Alright, welcome everybody. I was gearing up to say Happy Tuesday, but I believe it is in fact actually Monday. I don't know. Time is meaningless. But here we are. It's been a hot minute. Because I was busy, I was doing things. And I'm always going to be doing things, but I should have fewer things to do, so I can maybe finally get back to the edit of part 1. It doesn't have to take quite as hard a back seat as it was before. So I'm looking forward to actually accomplishing something in that regard. But today what we're going to accomplish is remembering where on Earth I was last time. I was trying to make sure I checked all the branching paths, and so it looks like I'm done going that way. What I remember is that I can't go to the right. That's a very short way to a dead end. So I believe the only option left is this way. So I'm unsure of how far I'm going to get today, but I have if I'm remembering things correctly, which I very well may not be, today may be the day we bid farewell to our Umbreon. I've been hired to tend to Pokemon, so that's what I've been doing this whole time. Were you folks wanting? I would love a Pokemon. Is that so? It's a shame, but they're all gone. They've been taken away somewhere, every last one. Yes, when we were in the Under, we saw that it connects to this place. The Under subway connects to this lab. And so this is how they were distributing Shadow Pokemon. And so he's just informed us that all the Shadow Pokemon they've made have already been shipped out. Wasn't there a way I could go up here? Or maybe not. No, I think it was just there. Alright, this way it is. It's off limits beyond here. Pupitar and Swablu. Alright, the rhyming squad is here to save the day. But as I was saying, our lovely Umbreon Luna, who has been with us since the very, very beginning. Oops. No, I was trying to hit summary. I'll shift. Been with us from the beginning. Canonically, Wes's old friend. My intention was never for it to be a permanent team member, and I think we are coming up soonish on what's my intended replacement. I've gotten far too lucky with the accuracy of this high jump kick. Just generally speaking, it has not missed very many times. And I'm sure that luck is going to run out when it matters. And we have a Shadow Fortress. Was kind of, I probably should use Rock Throw. I keep forgetting Larry's part Rock now, so Rock Throw is not a waste of my time because it actually is Stab. Okay, God, as little faith as I have in Larry's firepower, literally, I think even he might kill that fortress just because of the type it is. Let's yawn, and I will get rid of Swablu. I hate to have so little faith in Larry, but, I'm having little faith and too much at the same time right now, I think. Or maybe I just don't have enough faith in this fortress. Alright. How about I pay attention, that I might notice that safeguard is being used. Alright, I guess I can just kind of chip away little by little. I'd rather not risk any big hits, because even if it does survive them, it's going to Shadow Rush itself to death. Alright, I think I can do another round of those and then start throwing balls. Let's actually go ahead and, you know, get rid of Swablu as originally planned. I'm hoping I can find an actual healing machine today. Because it's just been too long. I don't remember the layout of this place, like, at all. So, if there is one later, who knows where it is? I sure don't. What I did at the end of last stream was, I went back to the PC, so I could A, save, and B, so I could individually put each of my Pokemon into the PC and take it back out, which in Gen 3 heals them. So I was very tediously healing them one by one by depositing and withdrawing them, which I'm willing to do if that's the only option, but it's just a ridiculous way to heal. So I'd kind of rather have an actual healing machine. How about... Okay, I'm still not paying attention. I don't think safeguards were worn off yet. I'll go ahead and Rock Throw Fortress, and then Bean here can Thunderbolt this Zubat. Okay, I think we are ready to start throwing Pokeballs now. I think it is a bug type. Sure, we'll try the Netball. If it worked on Suicune, it could work on a Fortress. And then we'll eat up a turn with Light Screen. I'm sorry for ever doubting you, Netballs. It turns out you're quite good. Well, you know what this means. I caught a Shadow Pokemon, and I don't want to do it again. So, off we go to save. And also to heal. Because Cherry tragically perished in an incredibly avoidable manner. Welcome to the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Now is Ariados a Shadow Pokemon? I think it is. It sure is. Look at him flapping his little whatever those are. Larry, Yawn, and Cherry high jump kick. I think Betacham was an excellent choice for my team. Hariyama could never. And 44 for Larry. And Grovyle. Okay, I should have thought of that. Now in my defense, I don't normally use Ariados, so it having Insomnia just wasn't something that occurred to me. Okay, Larry can Flamethrower Grovyle, and he could probably eat a Confusion. Let's find out. Oh, it's fine. I will switch though, because things are looking dire. for a poor cherry. I don't remember if I brought this up before, but Pokemon XD: A Gale of Darkness, this game's sequel, has a different animation for Flamethrower. And I don't like it. It has so much less oomph behind it. This one actually looks like it might hurt a little. The flames just move so slow in the other animation. Alright, Larry can not use Yawn. You know what? Maybe I'll just try a Netball again. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Ariados is a bug type. Yeah, apparently I just need to only buy these. And that's one more Ceiling Ninja down. And there will be more. Catastrophically strong. I wonder if there's an amulet coin anywhere that, like, I've missed or what. Or that I'm going to get. DNA sample, that is 2 now, and I believe we need 3. Because, yeah, I'm doing plenty of battles, but as far as my money is concerned, not only do I need to buy supplies, but I also need to pay the ransom for the daycare to get my Pokemon back. So I can purify them that way, passively. Which way do I want to go? How about this way? What in the name of how did you two avoid the eyes of our security staff? Electrode and electrode. Okay. If at least one of them explodes, I will not be surprised about that. So why don't I go ahead and... I just think if I'm doing neutral damage, even if it is stab, Rock Throw's still not very strong. I think I'm gonna go Flamethrower. And I'll Light Screen. Not that that would save me from self-destruct or explosion, which is what I'm afraid they're gonna do if they're using Screech. Yeah, it will be changing, but I just don't have ground on my team at the moment. And I kind of wish I did. Okay. If... So I can switch to Luna, who is chonky, in anticipation of a self-destruct. Or I could just try and kill him fast. I think I'm going to do that. So Jasper, who I'm still excited finally got Psybeam. Okay, there we go. Light Screen is doing its job. And the Spark is also apparently doing its job. But Synchronize is also doing its job. Will Flamethrower do its job? Hooray! Or is that Sunny Day doing its job? Well, regardless, I think I've got this. If we've established I can one-shot. Hey, Psybeam. And go, there we go. You didn't duck from security, you walked all over them. Do whatever you want. It's too late now. We're finished with our research. What you're doing is futile. And I'll see if there's anything in this room. It's kind of looking like the answer is no. Darn. Alright, in that case, how about I do a little bit of healing? Cherry. I will resuscitate. And we will do that. And we will... How about I will also... I don't have a paralyzed heal. I think I just have full heals. Alright, full heal it is then. There. Everybody's ready for adventures. I'm gonna put Bean up front. Alright, so now we can see what is... they're seeing Ceiling Ninjas this way. I've caused enough mischief already. I disagree. I don't think I've caused enough mischief. And I believe that Gramble's a Shadow Pokemon too. Sadly, even if I weren't out of net balls, wouldn't help me here. And that's going to be annoying, but I could still Thunder Wave it. I just might not be able to take out Linoon as quickly as I'd like. Cherry, I'm sorry I doubted you. I won't do it again. And Vigoroth. Alright. Let's see if we can do the same thing twice. Oh no, not Bean's speed, her highest stat. Yeah, even without the crit. Even with Intimidate. Cherry's just that good. Alright, Bean, let's calm down. We don't need to kill it. Alright, let's waste a turn. And you know what? I can waste a turn without wasting power points. And then we will come here and we will... I still want to use these. They're just sitting in my bag with no purpose. From here on, there just isn't going to be anything that, you know, requires anything less than an Ultra Ball, really, but I can still try. See? Like that. I miss 100% of the Great Balls I don't throw, or something like that. And... was there anything down here before I go that way? Yes, there was. We have a full restore. Wonderful. Actually, I did just snag a Shadow Pokemon, so you know what that means. Okay, so that way was the chest. Up there was nothing, so I get to choose one of these. How about this one? What are you outsiders doing here? Why isn't security doing their job? Probably should have kept Larry up front, huh? I guess Cherry can just high jump kick the Magneton, but either way, Bean isn't going to be of much help here. Let us actually switch to Jasper, because he's a lower level than Larry. Excellent. Hey, I have one of those. I kinda wanna bring Bean back out now, just to prove that there can only be one. Psybeam. We'll just kick it in the face. Ow. I guess I could have used Light Screen with Beam before I switched out. Cherry's just not having a good day today. Most of it being my fault, of course. You know what? Sure, we'll establish dominance. With my Ampharos. It's much better than that stupid one that isn't named Bean. Alright, Psybeam. And then Bean is gonna get the killing blow on that imposter over there. Expertly done. Just the way Bean knows everything. Ah, crud. There's no way I'm gonna let you go. Is this the alarm guy? Yeah, it is. Now we have to listen to this for like the rest of the place. Now you're stuck. There's no escaping the lab for you. I don't think this stops, like, for the entire rest of the time I'm here. I heard the alarm, so I came running. Well, this seems like the way I'm supposed to go, so I want to go check that other elevator and see where it goes. Could this be it? Is it happening sooner than I thought? It is! Say hello to my last team member. I just have Bean up front for all the wrong battles. Rock Throw on Kadabra. Oh, excellent. I was like, I can't really use Thunder Wave because it's a ground type, but I'm glad that problem was circumvented. Okay, how about Bean? I'll use Bean to finish off Kadabra, and then Larry can... I can't imagine this will do very much. It is a ground type, as we just established. And Kecleon. Okay. What if I can just start throwing balls now? I am forever afraid of accidentally murdering my quarry. Okay, I'll use Bean's turn to do that. And then... You know, my new friend deserves a Premier Ball. And then Larry can Flamethrower Kecleon to set me up for a Rock Throw. That was a weird delay on that. Alright, Vibrava, you had the opportunity of a lifetime. But no, a dumb old Ultra Ball for you, I guess. Alright, and color change. Oh, and burn. Nice. Alright, now a fire type, which means I guess it's gonna use dig. I was gonna say I can rock throw it in the face. Alright, well dig's gonna hurt no matter who it hits. Let's... I don't know. I guess... I'll try a ball. Larry can just boop it with rock throw. Alright, no boopage necessary. There we go, Vibrava. And it's a female, which means Bean... It doesn't have to be our sole girl boss anymore. Alright, who's dying? Oh, poor Larry. Oh, good job, Larry. Fully expected that to kill it. Okay, Bean can Thunderbolt, and... It looked like Larry actually outsped, which is strange. I don't know. You know, instead of wasting my items, I'm gonna run back to withdraw Vibrava and save, and while I'm at it, I can heal. Yeah, I didn't realize Kecleon was so slow. Slower than an entire snail. Alright, well, Kecleon is gonna die eventually. Bean. I'll rock throw whoever I can. Apparently nobody. Alright, well, Luna, it's about time to say goodbye. So you can do one last murder. Look at that chonkitude. That's what we're losing. Alright, Bean. The final blow belongs to Luna. For his years of service. And now he can rest. You're too strong, little boy. Alright, let's listen to the beautiful symphony of this alarm while I... Is this the door where I need the DNA stuff? Yeah, okay. And then... So I presumably have to go to the other elevator. It's not just something extra. I have to go there for the last DNA sample. So I will do that after I go and go the correct way. But yeah, all that stuff about not escaping the lab, that guy's a goddamn liar. I can come and go as I please. Alright, so let's grab our new friend. She's beautiful, with the dragon fang and everything. I keep doing this, there's no point. I can't see any moves, I can't see any nature. Alright, Luna. Do I want to take the black glasses? Do I need them? Maybe? Well... Yeah, I'll grab them. Just in case. I don't think anybody needs them right now, but somebody might, I don't know. I will take that. Alright, now, Luna, you can rest. I'll put you next to Makuhita. You guys can chat about the time he almost killed me. And silver powder from Ariados. I don't think I really need that. Soft. Actually, you know what? Pilus wine, come here. I'm taking. Can I? Do I have to withdraw it? Yeah, I have to. Okay. I just want the soft sand. Anything else I should know about while I'm in the neighborhood? It doesn't look like it. Poison barb. I don't think anybody can really make use of that. Okay. I will take this off your hands. Off your feet, as it were. Because once Vibrava evolves, that is going to potentially be useful. So might the Dragon Fang. We'll see. Alright. Let me quote-unquote heal. I'm gonna find the last DNA sample. We're gonna finish up our business here so I can get out of here and stop listening to this stupid alarm. I did go this way, yeah. Okay. And I did go that way. I think I've been pretty thorough. Alright. Surely, something here will be a benefit to me. This kind of looks like my sewing machine. I also don't see anything. Is there not a DNA sample in here? Does this room just exist for no reason? I guess so. It's a DNA analyzer. Okay, so I need to... Yeah, I gotta find the third one somewhere. Okay, there we go. Suicune. Yeah, I didn't remember this part. I thought I just picked them up and knew what they were. Okay, so I will have to come back here once I find the third one. It was there the whole time and I just didn't see it the first time. Well, there we go. So you have Suicune, Quilava, and according to this big sewing machine, the last one is none other than... Okay. So one of these is a little bit out of place, but that's okay. Okay. I would love to release the luck. So we have Quilava, and we have... Okay, I did it. Hooray. Now let's... No, not PDA. I want to go here, so we can move our new friend up front. Not once, not twice, but 3 times we meet. Do you recall who I am? I shall avenge my humiliation at the Relic Forest. There's no point in making jokes about the fact that his name is Skrub. The jokes just write themselves. Alright, Vibrava. Look, all that running around looking for the stupid DNA sample already bringing down the shadow gauge. Okay, we'll high jump kick Graveler. We'll grow to level 44. And we will hopefully... Well, I guess if it does use counter, it shouldn't hurt that badly. Well, I stand corrected. I guess Wobbuffet does have a lot of HP. Alright. I'll get... Who do I want to use? I'll use Chompy. Just kidding. I forgot. Alright, well I don't need Vibrava dying in her first battle. I want, you know, some progress, purification-wise. Let's... Because neither of Cherry's offensive moves are a great match for Wobbuffet. First we had Bean's evil twin, and now we have Cherry's? Alright, Vibrava, you do that, and then I will do... it's gonna be not very effective no matter what I do. That is still pretty good, though. Yeah, maybe I'll just take advantage of the hyper mode and hope for a crit on Wobbuffet. Like, I don't think Vibrava is coming out of this unscathed no matter what I do. So I'll just try and damage Wobbuffet, and then I will show that imposter who the real Medicham is around here. Even a crit, don't only that much. Alright, let's... Back to my original plan. Chompy has yet to battle today, so... Yeah, Chompy's really the only candidate right now for the black glasses. But I think he's just better off with the Mystic Water. There we go, Vibrava's been avenged. Now since you can't use items in Hyper Mode, I'm curious if that extends to revives. Because Hyper Mode doesn't go away when you faint. Erg. Let's find out. We're gonna do a science oh, just kidding, it does. I thought... Okay. I don't know why I thought that. I don't get the benefit of, you know, calling to get rid of Hyper Mode. But I suppose I did indeed get rid of Hyper Mode. I want to see what that is. HP up? Okay. Oh, it's a PC. Darn it. Alright, well at least it's kind enough to not just tell you my bag is full. Good. This disk has been scrubbed of all data. That's done it. Wow, how did you get in without my notice? Ah, I see. You must be the much talked about Wes. Little did I expect to see you here. I am Ein. I'm in charge of this Shadow Pokemon lab. No one must be allowed to interfere with our Shadow Pokemon plan. I won't allow it. Let me acquaint you with the power of my Shadow Pokemon. And this is the same as Venus. I know what his Shadow Pokemon is, but I don't remember what the rest of his team is. So, I don't really have a great way to prepare. Huntail and Golbat, I don't think I can handle this. This looks like a job for Bean, though, not for Cherry. Alright, Vibrava. Suppose it doesn't matter that much. Actually, I could maybe keep Cherry in and Confusion Golbat. Because once it's Shadow Pokemon time, I'm gonna have to switch Bean out anyway. Sure. Not that I think this is gonna do that much damage, but... yeah, I think the better strategy is to just gang up on Golbat. Yeah, I can see where this is going. I don't really have a way to make use of this myself. I guess... because Bean doesn't know Thunder. Chompy could get some good surfs out of it, but that's it. Yeah, something about Vibrava, it just takes a long time to get to the next action. Whether that be attacking or being captured. Alright, I'm going to do that, and I think I will just go ahead and switch to Bean. Or I could take advantage of the rain. Because I just don't remember what the rest of his team is, so I don't know if Surf is going to be helpful against really any of it. So we'll bean it up. If anybody could save me in these dire times, I believe it's Bean. Alright, so rough start for Vibrava today. That's okay. She has time to find her footing with her very weirdly shaped feet. I might have to grind a little bit more too. I'm a little bit behind. Alright, I'll take advantage of the rain, and I will surf. Bean will Thunderbolt Huntail, and we will all live happily ever after. I'm surprised I didn't do more. I was expecting it to kill a Golbat. Not Huntail, obviously, but still. Well, go Chompy anyway. Level 45. And Lantern, okay. So I've got, like, the two worst Pokemon out I could have for this. Okay, how about, I guess I will, I guess I'll Bite Lantern? I don't know. How about actually, I'll get some damage going on both of them to give Bean a chance to put up a light screen. Just kidding. Yeah, 100% accurate Thunder in the Rain. Rip Chompy. I guess... Well, while... Okay, rain's gone. Maybe Lantern will waste its turn putting it back up. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and... I don't know what I want to do. I want to do this before I get confused, inevitably. And I will do that. And just see what happens. Alright, very nice. Because you're a problem. I need to get you out of here. And I guess I can... I do have the full restore, so I could get rid of Bean's confusion and also heal at the same time. Yeah, I'll do that, and then I can get rid of Golbat. Or I could put up Light Screen as originally planned. I kinda want to do that. Yeah, that as long as Lantern's alive, I will not know Inner Peace. Okay. So, I've got a Psybeam for Golbat, and I've got a Thunderbolt for Lantern. Just kidding, other way around. I think it'd be cool if I paid attention sometimes. Alright, that menace is out of here. Okay. Now the fun begins. I'd forgotten about Lantern. This is where I was expecting to be seeing the 100% accurate Thunders. Okay, Bleh. How about we get Altaria out of here? That did surprisingly little. And freaking fly. And that's fine, I guess. Okay. We'll just do the exact same thing again. I thirst for floofy bird blood. And so does Bean. Alright, with Lantern out of the picture, it is now safe to bring in Larry. Jasper's dying act was a helping hand. Let's see if it pays off. Alright, Altaria will die on its own. I'm going to yawn Raikou and use Bean's turn to revive somebody. The question is who? Because Vibrava can take Thunders. Everything else I'm not quite so sure about. My faith may be misplaced, but yeah, let's get Vibrava back in there. I feel like it's an odd move for that thing to have. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Alright, I'll need to get that back up. Ironically, the legendary Pokemon is the one I think I'm least afraid of on this team. Like, now that we're just down to it, I think I'm in the clear. I just have to not kill it. Just for fun, doesn't Sunny Day, like, cut Thunder's accuracy? That's maybe not necessary. I'm gonna get a Rock Throw, and then I will heal Vibrava in the event that I need to bring her in. Okay, that's looking a little more... Like I need a light screen. Alright, there we go. So Larry, Rock Throw, and Bean, light screen. See, this is where I needed that full restore. Rock Throw, and we'll use Bean's turn. Yeah, I really only have the full heal, and I'm almost out of them. Well, I'll just have to make a supply run real soon. Okay. Was kind of counting on you to be asleep for longer, but that's okay, I guess. I guess now I just have to bank on him making contact with Bean and activating Static. Actually, I should just be able to use Thunder Wave myself, because this isn't like later gens where it just doesn't work at all on electric types. Yeah. This is Gen 3. I can do Gen 3 stuff. There we go. Alright, Vibrava, I'm gonna call you. And I'm going to also... Huh. I kind of just want to start throwing balls. I just don't need him shadow rushing himself to death. Alright, Vibrava's turn, I'm going to heal. And I think I'm going to use a timer ball. I don't want to attack it anymore, because it's pretty consistently going for Shadow Rush now, which means it's just going to be chipping down its own health. I wonder if without the light screen, though, it might go back to using special attacks. If, like, it's being programmed to use Shadow Rush. I don't know. I'll try it. Just for fun. And also just for fun, I will use this Ultra Ball with a lovely matching color scheme. There's no reason to not want to get in it. Bean! Not listening? Yeah, that's on brand. Sure, I'll do that. Maybe it's about time for another timer ball. Not like I'm counting the turns, but this feels like it's been going on for a little while. And Bean, I will call again. Okay. Now that one had me sweating at various points, but we're through it. His power defies belief. Alright, Vibrava. There we go. You successfully tanked several attacks from a Raikou. Your struggle to get here was all in vain. The Shadow Pokemon you produce have already been moved elsewhere. And that, of course, includes the ultimate Shadow Pokemon I created for the boss. Wahahaha. Alright, we have a data ROM. And I believe... No, that's not everything. We also have this. TM26, which is... Earthquake, okay. Well, I happen to know a certain Vibrava who can make use of that. I just don't really have a way to use it safely since everything's a double battle, though. So that really doesn't... I don't have as much incentive to use Earthquake as I ordinarily would. Cherry's got Detect, but other than that, there's just not really... not a way to do it safely. Also, I did indeed go through that entire place and there was no actual healing machine. Alright, lab data. Net from the Under. If you find any data at the Shadow Pokemon lab, please bring it to me in the Under. Well, how fortuitous that I did in fact find some data in the Shadow Pokemon lab. So to the Under we go. And at long last, my battered and beaten team can come back to life. Lady Venus used to say Shadow Pokemon were the best. I didn't doubt her at all. But that's not right. Shadow Pokemon aren't right. But that's not right. Shadow Pokemon just aren't right. The ordinary kinds are the best. Reading is hard. Alright, we're gonna save. I'm curious if I can challenge the Colosseum. Truth be told, I once won a Colosseum challenge, so I was given a Shadow Pokemon. But this here Makuhita took a dislike to the Shadow Pokemon. There was no way of making double battles work. I ended up giving back the Shadow Pokemon to Lady Venus. I owed it to this cute fellow here. Isn't that right, Makuhita? I would love to. Alright, they don't discriminate against Shadow Pokemon around here. Alright, let's see what happens. Yeah, that just says Colosseum on the wall. I've been hearing that kids call you their hero. Well, I'm taking you down, hero. $55! Alright, I may be a little out of my depth here. I was a little bit afraid of that, but I wanted to try anyway. I do need some levels after all. Okay, I'll Screech, and I will High Jump Kick. Just kidding. I never felt so threatened by a pin missile before. See, with the Screech, I totally would have killed it. Can I use items? Yes, I can. Not that I really have much to speak of here. Yeah, this is a silly thing to waste my items on. I can't. I'm trying to read the Japanese back there, because I can't read very much, but I can read a little bit. It looked like that one said Pokemon something, but it's like moving away from it too quickly for me to make it out. Bean. Not to mention Quillfist's box was covering most of it. Alright, there we go. I killed something down here. Plant Pearl. Alright, well, as long as Bean is out, I might be able to at least make it through this battle. I will Light Screen. Cherry can do cherry things. Mud Sport. Alright, fine. Fair enough. But I'm going to Thunderbolt anyway. I think that says Pokemon Shop. Alright, how much is this week in my Mud Sport? Apparently not at all. There we go. Who cares if I'm 10 levels below? I can still win. You proved you're a hero. Don't you forget about me. So you beat Venus. Big deal. Don't be too pleased with yourself. Yeah, Pokemon Shop. Okay, apparently being up front is the right call. I'm sure Cherry can manage just fine with Celio being part Ice type, but poor Vibrava. I mean, bringing it out so it can have a little bit of purification progress made is perfectly fine with me, but it's just gonna end up being a punching bag. Alright, no Screech necessary. for a Vigoroth, that might not have been necessary, but we'll Screech on Seadra and see if that helps. Or Vibrava could just die. That's also an option. Alright, well, Bean it is. Thunderbolt and high jump kick. Not to get cocky or anything, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job for being so underleveled here. Okay, you've convinced me, but I'm not the last in line. Shadow Pokemon? That's got nothing to do with me. Battle. Alright, well, Azumarill's not a fairy type yet, and neither is Kirlia, so... yeah, otherwise, both my Pokemon would be in mortal danger right now. I don't know, just having Vibrava on Screech duty is working out just fine, I think. I just wish... she would outspeed, because it's kind of pointless to... like, this will help me get the 2-shot, yes, but... or I could just miss. How a sound misses is beyond me. Okay. Well, I can see where this is going, and it's annoying. I don't want to risk high jump kicks if they're going to be double teaming. Poor Cherry's going to break his knees. This is like Justy all over again. Where's Luna to snatch those double teams? Alright, Shadow Rush, and I will Confusion, not High Jump Kick. Ow. Alright, Vibrava, you tried. And that's what matters. How about I really would... if I had Thunder on Bean, I could get Chompy out, set up a Rain Dance, and then accuracy wouldn't be an issue anymore. Well, I kind of just have to attack and hope for the best. I'll light screen first, though. Alright, special attack should now do absolutely nothing to Cherry. Okay, Thunderbolt and Confuse. Surely one of them will hit. Surely. I'm not sure why I bother hoping for anything good to happen in my life. Alright, let's try this again. I didn't know Curly could learn Mean Look. And that's what you get. See, Bean doesn't need to escape. Bean can just murder. Okay, before it can go double teaming, let's double team it. And here we go. And between that and Noctowl being on the chonky side, this could be annoying. I guess the good news is they're not hitting super hard. They're kind of just being annoying. Yeah, I know I said I didn't want to waste my items on this, but like... I'm getting somewhere. I feel like I can do this, so... There's no sense in giving up now. Okay, what would happen if I did this? I kind of want Curly out of here. Of course, realistically, Noctowl's probably the bigger threat because it's presumably got physical moves, and I've only got a solution right now to special moves. Okay, light screen's going back up, and Cherry can... And if we're gonna be here a while, I might as well just keep buffing myself. And there we go. Okay, not quite as bad as I thought, but I still don't like that. Alright, that does not solve the wing attack problem. So I know I said I want Curly out of here, but I changed my mind. I want Noctowl out of here. I guess I could swap to Jasper and use Reflect. Well, I guess I have that choice made for me. Alright, it's not an amazing solution to... Well, actually, being a rock type, I think Larry can take some wing attacks, and that way I can try and rock through an Noctowl. Because Jasper is just not going to be a great choice against either of them. Alright, Thunderbolts, and... Do I want a sunny day? I kind of just want to throw a rock at Noctowl and call it a day. Thank God. And still missed, but that's okay. The confusion was a real big problem, and I'm glad it's gone. Okay. Bean can I really am gonna waste all my healing items, aren't I? Alright, Larry can rock throw. If I can connect, I just feel like rock throw might do better than Thunderbolt, because Noctowl's bulk is all special based, not physical. As far as I recall. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Alright, I was hoping it would do more than that. No, I'm not gonna say Larry sucks, because that would be rude. But, you know. Maybe I should have just cheated and brought along Entei as my fire type. See, all I have to do is insult him and then he'll get motivated and start hitting rock throws. Alright, and light screen back up, and one more time. Positive reinforcement is not the way. Larry can only hit rock throws if I tell him that he sucks. Or he could just die. He died thinking he sucks. I'm sorry, Larry. I hope that doesn't have lasting impacts on his self-esteem. Go Chompy. Alright, Thunderbolt. And, you know, I've got 2 times the opportunities to hit somebody. Alright, finally getting a hit on Curlia. It's just been sitting over there at full health this whole time. I'm gonna eat up the rest of my streaming time on this battle. Okay, Bean. Super Potion. And Chompy can Surf. Nothing I can do except keep trying. Okay, there we go. Finally. Okay, Bean, this is your moment. I was thinking about using Rain Dance, but now I don't want to, because I don't want to empower that thing. There we go, it didn't even have a chance to be a problem. So maybe Rain Dance is safe after all. Thunderbolt and Rain Dance? Obviously, I have to hit Surf in order to, you know, use a powered-up version of it, but I just need that thing to die. Go, Bean, go! Alright. I may have won the battle, but did I win the war? I wasted a lot of my healing items. Mistress Venus. Gorbis and Kecleon. Okay. I may or may not be able to handle this. We'll find out. I suppose what I can do is high jump kick Kecleon, and then if it survives, it's going to be a fighting type, and then I can just finish it out with confusion. Gorbis, on the other hand, as long as double team's not involved, I think I can handle this. I just wish Cherry were a little bit better at special attacking. Because in theory, I could use Confusion on Vileplume, but it just won't do that much damage. Okay. How about... God, I want Larry out for Vileplume, but he's just gonna get waterfall to death. So we'll do this instead, and then take advantage of Vibrava's dying act using Screech on Gorbis. And Sharpedo. I can high jump kick this too. It'll just hurt a little bit. Okay. Psybeam on Gorbis and high jump kick on Sharpedo. Hopefully Cherry will not hold it against Jasper for murdering his lover, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. Alright, for such high levels, all things considered, that was not that bad. A reversal. I like the idea of an option for fighting coverage that doesn't hurt me if I miss, but when user's HP is down, super situational stuff like that I just kind of don't like. I failed, Mistress Venus. I was never able to make out what that green sign said. Congratulations, you're the champion, you battled fabulously. Cash prize, hooray, and TM37. Okay. What is TM37? I simply must know. Sandstorm. Huh. Vibrava and Larry wouldn't be hurt by that, but everybody else would. I just don't know that it's worth it. So far, so good, in terms of purification. Alright, well, I'm gonna save. With my new cash money in tow. And we're gonna go do some shopping, and we're going to go and deliver some data. Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy over there who lost his teeth, and I don't remember where they are. You got 3 of them beautiful operating discs. Okay, let's go here. First and foremost, no I do not. There we go. And let us purchase some hyper potions. How many can I? Only 17. He's got TMs too. I just... I believe that is... I think that's Fire Blast and not Flamethrower. 25 I think is Thunderbolt. Actually, that might be a Flamethrower. I mean, I have Flamethrower and Thunderbolt accounted for, so it's not like it matters a ton, but like, I could maybe get Ice... I think this is Ice Beam, maybe? I don't want to buy it and then find out I'm wrong and it's a Blizzard. If it is Ice Beam, I can give it to Chompy. Snow and Wind makes me think this is Blizzard and not Ice Beam. That's Hyper Beam. I believe that's Safeguard. And we have Hidden Power, and then we have Reflect and Light Screen. I'll ponder that. Instead, I think I want to buy Hyper Potions. And use the rest of my funds on full heals, and Remoraid is just gonna have to, you know, have fun in the daycare. I can't pay the ransom. Hi, Wes. Did you meet up with that Silva guy? He was saying something about going to check out Realgam Tower. But where is the Realgam Tower, anyway? If it's really time to go there, I'm definitely underleveled. Did you go to the lab? No, we're horrible. We're dying. But you look okay. You're making me worried. Yes, I'm okay. I'm so glad that's my hero. You're so inspiring. Well, this Shroomish is my hero. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Shroomish. There we go. Hand the data ROM to Net. Now this looks interesting. Let's scope it out right away. Oh hey, this data ROM appears to contain a list of shadow Pokemon that have been made so far. But no, looks like they wiped the data. Wes, please leave this with me. I'll somehow try retrieving information from this data ROM, even if it means going over it little by little. Wes, as soon as I discover anything, I'll email your PDA. Alright, well, it sounds like it's time to go... Kinda not looking forward to this with how underleveled I am. Have you heard? The organization's supposed to be making this amazing Colosseum. They want to bring in the world's richest people and hold battles with the shadow Pokemon. And I kind of want to take the entrance out into Pyrite. Has it finally been completed? Cypher's Realgam Tower? The rumors going around that they're planning to raise money for their world takeover plan at the tower. I went up top for the first time in too long. I saw something that was really amazing. Over in the distance, there was a new tower. I stared at it for an hour. Okay, sorry, bad rhyme. If I'm not mistaken, there's a Colosseum at the very top. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way, because I want to go to Pyrite. I'm curious if Silva has any dialogue about it. I'm sure I can just go straight there, but... I probably have to battle you, don't I? Can I escape it? Yes, I can. Ha-ha! That said, I need the experience. I'll battle you. Vibrava! I have one of those. This keeps happening to me today. Okay, Cherry can take out Fampy. I wonder if I just spend the rest of the stream just grinding. Like, I could go back to Mount Battle, do some more Colosseums. That might not be that interesting, but I just don't think I'm ready for Realgam Tower. I guess I can go and just scope the place out, see what the situation is there level-wise. I know what the levels are of the last few Shadow Pokemon in the game, and I'm just not... Okay, this has to be Vibrava's kill, so we are going to detect. I'll do that, and we will Calm Mind. Now, as I was saying, this is Vibrava's kill. But if you know, the sooner you get purified, the better, I guess. I will not steal this opportunity from her. Vibrava needs to kill the other Vibrava. She needs to establish dominance as the one and only. I am, however, noticing a pattern here. There we go. Hooray. This didn't happen. Oh, I believe it did. Okay, let's see if there's any fun dialogue, and then off we go, I suppose. I guess we're closer to the end of the game than I realized. I just totally shot right past it. Alright. Not that Silva appears to be here, but do you say anything? What were those two women up to on the ground floor of that beat-up building? And I don't think there's any... Is Puzzle... No, he's in the PC. I'm a little worried. Please be good to it. Just kidding. Plusle's fine, presumably. It's not like I'm keeping an eye on it. Oh, hi, big people. There's good news. It looks like grown-ups will join the kids grid too, after kids. Okay, this calls for me. I'm going to upgrade the kids grid. Alright, well, I think I'm just gonna get going. Unless there's new dialogue at a police station or something. Doesn't seem like it. You went and checked out the lab? What could it be? I don't have a clue about what's going on at that lab. And then this is the same. We recall we're trying to see back down to the Under. This is also the same. Okay. No new dialogue for me. That's okay. Alright, enough dilly-dallying, I suppose. An immense tower that was finally completed at Cypher's base. It has a Colosseum on top. You know your place is fancy if you've got rotating Sudowoodo statues. He'd been expecting you. Now please, do go in. Hello, welcome to Realgam Tower. Today's our opening day. Alright. Or I could just battle you. I don't have Knocked Owl this time. I should have healed. Let's use... Yeah, if I'm just jumping right into the end of the game, I'm way underleveled. Do I have to just go straight to the battles, or can I... Is there... I thought there was like a hub area. Maybe I can't get to it yet. Okay, so yes, there is. So I can heal, I can save, and then I can go have my rematches with all the Cypher admins. Oh, having trouble, are we? Perhaps you're lost in the expanse of this building. Oh, that's good to hear. Go with care. But what if I am lost? I should be happy to take you. Oh, where am I going to take you? Ho ho ho. Well, since you ask, you deserve a reply. It's to your doom. Alright, I've officially been bamboozled. Okay, 39, like that's not that bad. Okay. Let's heal again, save, and then we'll go say hi to Miror B again. Okay, so I think... I don't know. These guys up front are probably okay. Or a bean for light screen. It's not ideal if it's gonna be Ludicolo. Like, I'll admit, I don't remember if this second battle is for Ludicolo or if it's a little more varied this time. I think this is where I'd be able to get Sudowoodo again if I failed the first time. You can be hanging around, Wes, you ruined things in Pyrite for us. But you know, we're not about to lose over and over to you. This time I'll win, and I mean it this time. Let the music play! Oh, never mind that. We'll battle right away. Yes, indeed. He gets his actual Cypher admin music this time. And I even still had my afro in the scene. I could use it again, but without the music, what's the point? Okay. So, light screen, and high jump kick. And there's my answer. He is switching it up. That is not a Ludicolo, that's a Loudred. Was a Loudred, rather. Yeah, I guess Beam was a good idea after all. 45. Yeah, maybe I'm not quite in as dire straits as I thought, but I am 90% sure the last Shadow Pokemon in the game is 55. Very possible I'm misremembering and it's actually like 50 or something, but I just feel like I should be higher level than this. Well, alright then. Yeah, it really might be worth it to go out of my way to look for Thunder for Bean, because, I mean, even if I'm not using Rain Dance, like, somebody else might. You battled valiantly, Cherry. Okay, let's use Jasper. Just kind of hoping we would do more than that. What I want to know is what level does Espeon learn Psychic? Because I think that would be useful. And Armaldo. Okay, well I could have high jump kicked that. Okay, Thunder, but we'll team up on Ludicolo to get it out of here. Alright, team up not necessary. That's fine with me. Yay, Bean. Okay. Let's get Vibrava out here. Keep working on that purification. Get some retroactive levels upon said purification. Hooray! I'm so proud. She did a murder. I'm an awesome dancer, but I can't win in battles. This just won't do, but I'll admit you've beaten me thoroughly. Okay, since I'm done, I'll give you this. Here. The red ID badge. Think of that as a little gift from our great leader Nazcaur. Don't leave without it, cause you'll go nowhere. But you know, maybe it'd be for your own good if you didn't go on. It's so much simpler when I don't have to maneuver around a Shadow Pokemon trying not to kill it. Alright, we'll go ahead and heal, and then we'll see what's behind door number 2. Though I suspect I know exactly what's behind door number 2. Okay. I can't imagine your team has changed much. It makes sense for Miror B to change, but... yeah, I'll just try and get Vibrava purified as soon as I can. Your luck ran out when you showed up before me. Your stab at adventure has gone on long enough. Alright, let's see if I'm wrong. Maybe his team has changed. It sure has. Okay. Well, I'll do what I can. I don't have an ideal lead for this. Larry can handle Fortress, but he would just die to whatever Whiscash is packing. Okay, how about I... I'll do that. And I will do... Sure, we'll annoy Whiscash. I don't like that. Poor Vibrava just can't catch a break, huh? Okay, how about I... Yeah, I don't have grass coverage. I just don't have a way to deal with a water and ground type. Alright, it's just not safe to send out Larry right now. Let's go Jasper, who is falling behind level-wise. We'll go Surf and Helping Hand. Probably Reflect too, but we'll get to that. Oh, alright, fine. Alright, very nice. See, this is the strategy I was expecting out of him in the first battle that kind of he ended up not using. One Pokemon protects to not get earthquaked, and then both of mine get earthquaked. Okay, Chompy can... I'll bite Whiscash, I guess. Or I could... Because they're probably going to alternate the protects, so I don't think there's a point in attacking Fortress. So yeah, I'll take this chance to put up Reflect. Read like a goddamn book. Okay. I will... I guess I'll Helping Hand again. I'm sure one of them's gonna protect. So this just feels like a better use of my turn than guessing which one I can actually attack with Jasper. Alright. Okay, apparently neither of them are gonna protect. But that works. Flygon? I'm gonna have one of those soon. As long as Vibrava, you know, doesn't keep dying. It is happening, unfortunately, often. Okay, Chompy can Surf, and we will... I guess I'll swap out Jasper. I can send in... Just he needs the experience too, so I'd kind of rather him not die here. We'll go Cherry. Alright. Haven't really known the trainers in this game to use potions. You know, regardless if it was Ice Beam or Blizzard. Presumably it was Blizzard, but it would have come in handy here. Yeah, I'm putting the rain back up, and Cherry can high jump kick Whiscash. It has overstayed its welcome. Okay, Claydol. Nothing a little surf can't handle. Alright, you know what? Probably not a point. It's just gonna sunny day again. I guess I'll do that. Sooner it dies, sooner my rain dance can stick. There we go. Hooray for Jasper. And Houndoom. Alright, the sunny day's annoying, but this should hopefully do acceptable damage to both of them. Okay. And... okay. Alright, I admit I didn't see that coming. Perhaps I should've. Now, Reflect really didn't help me here. Okay, Chompy can retreat. We'll get Larry out here. Or we could not, because Houndoom can be dealt with by Cherry. I don't think Rock Throw is necessary. And that would just leave poor Larry a sitting duck for Claydol. Not that this is much better. I think might know Earthquake now that I think about it. Okay. Neither of these is a great choice, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. Claydol's a ground type, isn't it? I thought it was a rock type. So this Thunderbolt's gonna do nothing. Oops. Okay, well, Bean is gonna put up a moral support light screen and then Cherry can finish the job. There. Never punished. Why'd I lose to this punk? Yeah, this punk who doesn't even know what type Claydol is. I think this loss says more about you than it does about me. In all the time I've been battling, my only losses came at the hands of Master Nazgour and you. Now take this. It's your passport to terror and despair. The green ID badge. If you're thinking of turning back, now is the time to do it. Go on home to mommy. Da ha ha ha. Alright, I got 45 minutes left of the stream. I think I'll go around and battle the admins, but then I think I might save the final gauntlet for next time. I'll go ahead and... yeah, I'll battle them, and then I think the rest of the stream is just going to be maybe some mount battle to purify Vibrava. And then I'll grind off screen maybe to level 50, And then next stream, we'll finish the game. And then get started on the post-game. Because that is a thing. I am not going to be getting every Shadow Pokemon before the game is over. There will be more after. Okay, let's see what's this way. Okay, I choose you. Oh yeah, you're telling me you'll knock me out of the way? Yeah. You'll know right away if that's possible by battling me. Alright, Cypher Peon Barton. Go, Chompy and Vibrava. Okay, Vibrava's just all kinds of weird, I think. Okay, I'm going to surf, and Vibrava's going to run for her life. Against Delibird. I'll put it to sleep. Was kind of hoping that would kill, but that's okay. Seeing an awful lot of flying today. 2 misses. See, that's the kind of accuracy luck I normally have. Okay, I will... Look at Delibird flap his little wings. Okay, I need to focus. I'm going to yawn. When it descends back to Earth. $46 for Chompy. And Glalie. Okay. Just body slams out of this guy. Okay, well I was gonna yawn, but I guess not. This is what you get for body slamming a snail made of lava. Okay, how about I go ahead and throw balls before it burns to death? Okay, I still got these Pokeballs. I want to try one, because it is red, and Delibird is red. Meanwhile, Larry can flamethrower Glalie. See, with Chompy's snoot in the frame, I can't possibly fail. Nah, I shouldn't have battled. Okay. Vanishing like the wind, as usual. That's just how these guys roll, I guess. Alright, heal, save, you know the drill. Yeah, this tower is gonna have a Houndoom at some point that I could snag. So, had I not chosen Larry, I could have had Houndoom as my fire type, but it's just so late in the game, it's like, why bother at that point? I think I've already stated my reasons for choosing Magcargo. Like, obviously Entei is an option, but that would have felt like cheating to me. So, it was either Quilava or Magcargo. There we go! There's the square shadows. I was afraid you wouldn't see it. We'd be seeing it all the time if I decided to use Jumpluff. Okay, how about I... you know what? Get Choppy the heck out of here. And Vibrava can Shadow Rush on Sunflora. That works too. Ow. I know that was a crit, but still. Okay, well, change of plans, I guess. That was my plan, though, to use Flamethrower, because we're grass types. I'm sure we'll use Cherry. That said, Jumpluff's part flying, so that maybe isn't a great option. Alright, I'm gonna take advantage of the increased crit rate and just try and get Jumpluff out of here. I typically don't feel terribly threatened by either Jumpluff or Sunflora. You know, under normal circumstances, in a vacuum. This is a problem, though. Never again will I claim to be good at Pokemon. Here I am getting my shit rocked by a Sunflora. Okay, high jump kick, probably not gonna kill in one hit, but who cares, I'm doing it anyway. And then Bean can Thunder Wave that thing. It's okay, I can't stay mad at Jumpluff. It's got square shadows for its circle poofs. Okay, let's try that again. And Bean, let's get a light screen up. I think we're overdue for one of those. Okay. Just in case he uses Synthesis again, we're just gonna go all in on Jumpluff. Yeah, there we go. Yay! Some minor form of victory. That was with a light screen? Okay. Go Jasper. This is about to be a full team wipe to a Sunflora of all things. Alright, Psybeam on Gloom. And Bean. I don't want to kill it, I'll Thundershock. Not that I think Thunderbolt would kill it, but I don't know. I've been wrong before. How about... I'll do this. And I will do this. Alright, that should not have been that difficult. What do you mean I lost? Why? I don't know, you almost had me. Alright, I'm gonna take a drink of water. I have not done that once since I started streaming. Alright, now that I'm hydrated, I'm unstoppable. Let's try this way. Okay, well I've got these. I can go ahead and just do this now. Red ID badge. And green ID badge. Alright, so... I can't use Earthquake on Vibrava yet. I can't use a TM till I purify it, so Sand Tomb's the only ground coverage I have. Everybody else's team has changed, so if his did too, it's could only possibly benefit me. Well, so you've come, hand in hand like a happy couple on an aimless stroll. Well, let me inform you, this is no picnic. You will never defeat me with such a frivolous mind. Alright, so, Bean should have been up front for Pelipper, but I can handle Manectric. There we go, exactly as planned. I definitely wasn't using it just because I was expecting my jump kick to one-hit kill it. And again with the rain dances. Well, unless Rhydon knows Thunder. With how I've been being surprised by moves this stream, that's not out of the question, I suppose. I didn't know that counted as a miss. Alright, well played. Also, for a Surf with Rain Dance up, that didn't do very much. Okay, well, presumably not gonna get that twice. Vibrava... Yeah, once again, I'm expecting these to do more than they are. I should have used this on Rhydon instead. But even then, it might not have done the job. Alright, well, as much as I'd love to bring out Bean, I think with Lightning Rod, I can't really use an Electric type move quite yet. Let's go Chompy, and we'll go Jasper. Oh, I want Rock Slide. Why do you get Rock Slide? I want Rock Slide on Larry. Okay, Chompy is going to Surf, and Jasper is going to Psybeam. Alright, very surprised that Rhydon didn't use Protect there. Not gonna hear me complaining about it, of course. I'd forgotten how strange Crobat's face looks in this game. Okay, I'm going to Surf, and I'm going to... I'll Psybeam. This is just looking like the sort of situation where B needs to swoop in and save the day. Maybe. I mean, Chompy's dead no matter what I do, but I should be able to get some good damage with Jasper. Well, I'll spare Chompy. And Jasper can just go ahead and do that. Again, with the moves I want and don't have. Okay, there we go, and there we go. Some way, somehow, this thing's gonna die. Alright, just to rub salt in the wound. It's gonna die while there's a fire type on the field. Fire and rock, no less. Wow, he has improved since our last meeting. Our last meeting was like less than an hour ago. It's a shame you oppose us, Wes. Here, use this. Go on, open the door with it. The yellow ID badge. What awaits beyond the door? Why, you should see with your own eyes. What could this be? Egan of Agate Village. Dear Wes, this is Egan of Agate Village. I just wanted to let you know, this is my first electronic mail. I'm not familiar with high-tech things, so I have only learned how to type in words. Incidentally, if you are ever in... Oh, Grandpa. The email's cut off before he finally gets to the point. What should we do, Wes? Should we go back to Agate Village, or should we keep going? Maybe I'll take out the last admin and then go back. That seems like as good an idea as any. I'm not sure, like, I remember that email, but I don't remember what I need in Agate Village at this point. Like what I'm supposed to go back for. Oh, actually, I think I do know. I think it's the Master Ball. I'm gonna look real silly if I'm wrong. Alright, save. We'll go beat up Venus one more time, for old time's sake. And then we'll swing around to Agate Village. Maybe I can check on Remoraid. Assuming I've got the ransom money for it. And maybe, just maybe, I could purify Vibrava. I just don't think... oh, Hardy. I forgot. I didn't pull up my natures to check what it was going to be. Let me just go ahead and do that. Looks like Hardy's neutral. Alright, I think I'm okay with that. I'd rather have that than, you know, minus attack or something. But yeah, that's not that much left to go. I might... I don't know. We'll see if I get enough hyper modes in this next fight. If not, I can always just use those scents and do the massages just to get the rest of the way there. Just while I'm already in Agate Village, I might as well. Oh well, if it isn't that darling boy and girl, what kept you so long? I'm rather tired of waiting. Now say your goodbyes. This time I really am going to be as serious can be. Okay, I'll do this, and Vibrava almost has the last move. Until I know what that is, I'm going to do this. Raichu. I technically have a ground type move. It's not a very good one, but I have one. Okie doke, let's do that. And sure, I'll use my ground type move on this Raichu. Alright, if I didn't kill it with a Screech, I would have been very disappointed. This Drevis, I have one of those. Sadly can't bring it out now to assert dominance, but I think we all know that it would win. Nothing is happening here that could possibly, you know, prove otherwise. Okay, I don't want Vibrava to die. I could just swap it out, but I want to purify it. I also don't want to use all my potions on it, because I'm presumably going to need them coming up. Yeah, Sure, I'll switch. Larry needs some levels too. He's the lowest now besides Vibrava. Alright, we'll try that again. And then Larry can... On a nice sunny day, and then I can just go nuts with the flamethrowers. And flamethrower on Mischievous. I don't know why I thought Cherry was going to survive that. Oh well. Let's... And we'll get Jasper out. Actually, Mischievous is out. That's maybe not smart. But it sure seems to be more concerned with using Psychic moves than Ghost moves. I'm sure that'll change now that it sees a Psychic-type Pokemon on the field, though. Okay, let me... Actually... I don't know, I want them both dead in equal amounts. I think technically Raichu's the bigger threat, but... Mischievous presumably is too, it just hasn't used its Ghost-type move that I'm sure it has. I suppose that technically is one, though. Alright, so if it had an offensive Ghost-type move, I'm sure I would have used it on Espeon, so maybe it doesn't have one. Okay, well, I'm going to get rid of it. And Larry can flamethrower Raichu. Once again, bamboozled by the Hyper Potions. Not that Larry would have had the chance to help finish it off, but still. Okay, let me... You know, everybody's dying. Why not send my Brava out? It can die in style. Okay, Psybeam on... Mischievous, Shadow Rush, also on Mischievous. Okay. Well, I've still got Bean saved in my back pocket for this one, thank God. Alright, I'm fine with that. I did say I want to hurry and get it purified. Alright, let's finish off Raichu. Although I'm sure the paralysis will make sure that doesn't happen. And we are almost there. Purification-wise. Alright, Bean. This is what you were meant to do. Alright, Helping Hand and Thunderbolt. Just kidding, just Thunderbolt. Would it be worth a light screen? I'm kind of thinking this might not kill in one hit. Yeah. I'll make it work. Probably. Even without the light screen, that's not doing a whole lot. Alright, now we can swing back around to Agate Village. Purify Vibrava in some... by some means. And then, yeah, I've got 10 minutes left. I might just have to call it a stream after that. Any training is just gonna have to be off camera. Me lose again? My pride will not stand for it. Here, take this thing away. For that, I want your silence that this battle never happened. The blue ID badge. I shall forget that I ever battled with you. Yes, that's what I'll do. Oh ho 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 ho. Okay. Now let's get the heck out of here. Alright, I'll pay Remoraid's ransom. So I've been running around a bunch. I feel like it should be ready by now. Sounds like you're still facing some tough tasks, but Liz worried about you. For the first time in decades, I went to Mount Battle for training. I managed to polish my battle technique there. And my Pokemon and I show you how we've improved. Alright, that's fine with me. That'll just make purifying Vibrava that much easier. Whew, you sure are tough. You're a fantastic trainer. In the distant future, you'll be certain to be welcomed as a new villager. Ho ho ho. Alright, let's go see what shenanigans are afoot over here. I wonder what that's all about. Oh, hello. A little while ago, someone built that looked like a laboratory out in the desert. Alright, so nothing new from you. Oh, you're home. Are you okay? You're not hurting anyway? Ah, Rui and Wes, it's good to see you back. I sent you an email. I'm quite proud of myself for that. We got it, but it was cut off before we got to anything worthwhile, Grandpa. Oh, is that so? That's odd. Well, since you're here, it would be just as well to tell you in person. Ho ho ho. I have a little something I'd like Wes to have. Please take this. There we go, the Master Ball. Now Wes, Rui, it's time for you to go. Bring down the criminal syndicate threatening world peace. Bigga. Your grandfather has been studying the instructions intently to learn how to send email to you. Okay, so I think... Let's check on Remoraid. I'm officially out of room in box 1. I never thought this day would come. Alright, give me back my fish. I'll pay your ransom. Take your lovely Pokemon. It is lovely. There we go. So Remoraid is ready to go. And as far as Vibrava is concerned, Okay, sure. This should hopefully push me the rest of the way. Alright, well, you know what? I took back Remoraid and then I didn't replace it with anything different. Whoops. Alright, I'll try and remember to do that. Let's go ahead. You know what? Vibrava's almost there, and the amount of steps it'll take for me to go back, instead of just, you know, doing it all the way out, that should put me where I need to be. So let's say... Sure, we'll go Quagsire. Alright, here's your next hostage. Alright, we'll start with Remoraid. I did catch it first, after all. Bubble Beam. And a ribbon. Hooray. And our new friend. This beautiful creature that's about to turn into an even beautifuler creature. And Crunch. 44, and... damn it. Alright. Well, it's still beautiful. And so deserves a beautiful name. There we go. Alright, how close was I? Pretty close. Alright, this is fine. I'll have a Flygon before I know it. Which is unfortunately all my evolutions keep happening off screen. Maybe I should just go do a battle just so I can finally have an on-screen evolution for once. Because Cherry and Larry both evolved off screen. During grinding. Let's go ahead and put you back in your rightful place. This Foosh can go here. Okay. I'm going to... yeah, it's fine. Well, I'm gonna call it there. So next time, we're gonna wrap up things at Realgam Tower, which will also wrap up things for the game. And then we can get going on the post-game. So our time with this wonderful game is slowly drawing to a close. And after I'm done with it, then we'll be back to drawing streams, while I think of which game I want to play next. But for now, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go do some off-screen grinding. I'll see you next time.